Shri Patanjali Yogasutra, Part 2, Shlok number 10th. Te prati prasavheya sukshma. The fine sanskaras are to be conquered by resolving them into their casual state. Commentary on Shri Patanjali Yoga Sutra by Swami Vivekananda. Sanskaras are the subtle impressions that manifest themselves into gross forms later on. How are these fine sanskaras to be controlled? By resolving the effect into its cause. When the chitta, which is an effect, is resolved into its cause, asmita or egoism, then only the fine impressions die along with it. Meditation cannot destroy these. Part 2, Shlok number 11th. Dhyan heyas tadvrityah. By meditation, their gross modifications are to be rejected. Meditation is one of the great means of controlling the rising of these waves. By meditation, you can make the mind subdue these waves, and if you go on practicing meditation for days and months and years until it has become a habit, until it will come in spite of yourself, anger and hatred will be controlled and checked. Part 2, Shloka number 12th. Kleshmulaha karmashayo drishtadrisht janma vedniya. The receptacle of works has its root in these pain bearing obstructions, and their experience is in this visible life or in the unseen life. By the receptacle of works is meant the sum total of sanskaras. Whatever work we do, the mind is thrown into the wave, and after the work is finished, we think the wave is gone. No, it has only become fine, but it is still there. When we try to remember the work, it comes up again and becomes a wave. So it was there. If not, there would not have been memory. Thus, every action, every thought, good or bad, just goes down and becomes fine, and is there stored up. Both happy and unhappy thoughts are called pain bearing obstructions, because according to the yogis, they in the long run bring pain. All happiness which comes from the senses will eventually bring pain. All enjoyment will make us thirst for more, and that brings pain as its result. There is no limit to man's desires. He goes on desiring, and when he comes to a point where desire cannot be fulfilled, the result is pain. Therefore, the yogis regard the sum total of the impressions, good or evil, as pain bearing obstructions. They obstruct the way to freedom of the soul. It is the same with the sanskaras, the fine roots of all our works. They are the cause which will again bring effects either in this life or in the lives to come. In exceptional cases, when these sanskaras are very strong, they bear fruit quickly. Exceptional acts of wickedness or of goodness bring their fruits even in this life. The yogis hold that men who are able to acquire a tremendous power of good sanskaras do not have to die, but even in this life can change their bodies into God bodies. There are several such cases mentioned by the yogis in their books. These men change the very material of their bodies. They rearrange the molecules in such fashion that they have no more sickness, and what we call death doesn't come to them. Why should not this be? The psychological meaning of food is assimilation of energy from the sun. The energy has reached the plant is eaten by an animal, and the animal by man. The science of it is that we take so much energy from the sun and make it part of ourselves. That being the case, why should there be only one way of assimilating energy? The plant's way is not the same as ours. The earth's process of assimilating energy differs from our own, but all assimilate energy in some form or other. The yogis say that they are able to assimilate energy by the power of the mind alone, that they can draw in as much of it as they desire without recourse to the ordinary methods. As a spider makes its web out of its own substance and becomes bound in it and cannot go anywhere except along the lines of that web, so we have projected out of our own substance this network called the nerves, and we cannot work except through the channels of those nerves. The yogi says we need not be bound by that. Similarly, we can send electricity to any part of the world, but we have to send it by means of wires. Nature can send a vast mass of electricity without any wires at all. Why cannot we do the same? We can send mental electricity. What we call mind is very much the same as electricity. It is clear that this nerve fluid has some amount of electricity because it is polarized and it answers all electrical directions. We can only send our electricity through these nerves channels. Why not send the mental electricity without this aid? The yogis say it is perfectly possible and practicable, and then that when you can do that, you will work all over the universe. You will be able to work with anybody anywhere without the help of the nervous system. When the soul is acting through these channels, we say a man is living, and when these cease to work, a man is said to be dead. But when a man is able to act either with or without these channels, birth and death will have no meaning for him. All the bodies in the universe are made up of tan mantras. Their difference lie in the arrangements of the latter. If you are the arranger, you can arrange a body in one way or another. Who makes up this body but you? Who eats the food? If another ate the food for you, you would not live long. Who makes the blood out of food? You certainly. You purifies the blood and sends it through the veins. You. We are the masters of the body and we live in it. Only we have lost the knowledge of how to regenerate it. We have become automatic, degenerate. We have forgotten the process of arranging its molecules. So, what we do automatically has to be done knowingly. We are the masters and we have to regulate that arrangement, and as soon as we can do that, we shall be able to regenerate just as we like, and then we shall have neither birth nor disease nor death.